What is going on, beautiful people? Tim Sheaf here, coming at you live from Hilo in Hawaii, in between two main roads, but I hope you can hear me. Sat in this patch of grass near where I've been staying. It's the end of my 3 weeks here. It is the third time I've been to Hawaii. The previous two times I went to Oahu, and the last time in between going to Oahu I came here for 3 days. So this is my second time to this island, twice to Oahu, and while I was here I went to Maui. So my experience of Hawaii, 3 trips, man. That's pretty crazy. I came here 3 times. I'm surprised. It's so far away from where I live in England. Something's called me back each time, each about a year apart, year and a half apart. And so I did this in Hong Kong with Pav, where I did a review of the things I liked and didn't like about the place. And I thought, I travel a lot. After Tenerife with Ben, I wish we did one there because there's some really cool things we really liked about Tenerife. But I thought, why not do it? It's a chance to put something positive, and each country, place that I visit, area, community, there are things that I feel each place does really well, and if I could compile a list from each one that I like, then at some point in the future we might be able to make a really awesome place. Potentially down the line. But for now I just wanted to put out some positive vibes and appreciation for the things I've enjoyed, things I love about Hawaii. So I've got a list on my phone, so forgive me for looking down. Number 1, this is in no order, by the way. I wrote this in like 5 minutes in the car, and it just flowed to me, and I'm pretty happy with the list. An abundance of fruit options. Now, that is a reason I came here, was I wanted to do a 21-day juice fruit cleanse with some herbs, but I wanted to experience 3 weeks raw. I've never done 3 weeks raw. The most I've done is a week, maybe 10 days, as a fruitarian, high fruit, raw vegan. And the fruit out here has been amazing. I've tried several fruits I've never tried before, like Relinia, Chapadacaba, I don't know how you say that, amongst some others. What I've enjoyed the most is the lychees. I had a couple good sessions on lychees, but I overdid it. Papaya, for the first week or 2 weeks I ate papaya every single day, and several times a day. I've really liked that. But watermelon, although I think, to be honest, they probably were the one fruit that wasn't grown locally, or not always grown locally when I bought it. That is what I've had the most of, just simple, satisfying, my favourite fruit. I've had a lot of good mangoes here. I've had a lot of bananas and smoothies. That's the beauty of this place, is cheap papaya, cheap bananas. So you got 2 good staples there, so you can get by cheap fruitarian, no problem. If you want to spend more money, or if you want other fruits, you do have to spend more money. Mangoes can actually be quite expensive. The watermelons weren't too expensive. Lychees can be quite pricey depending on how abundant they are, I guess. Jamaican lilikoi, or passion fruit, never tried that before. Tried that with Elvis and Ellen Fisher, and that was awesome. I had 1 pineapple while I was out here. It's been really interesting when you eat nothing but fruit to notice your cravings. I wanted 1 pineapple, I bought 1, I ate it in 1 sitting, and I've not wanted it since, or thought about it, or the thought of it, I don't find it appealing. And I think I've been feeling really clear about what cravings I've got since I've not eaten cooked food, and what fruits I want, and what fruits I can eat consistently, and what fruits I don't. Yeah, so that was one of the things. The abundance of amazing, incredible fruit. Oh, what is the red fruit? It might come to me. Brown on the outside, looks like a giant egg, and it's red on the inside, and looks like a lizard eye when you cut it open. That was really good. If you ever cut one open, you'll know, this will come to your mind, you'll know what I mean. Locally grown, a lot of the fruit's locally grown and no packaging. Some of you commented saying I need to stop using the plastic bags, and I hear what you're saying, and I got a sample of an ethics bag, and I got it sent out here. and used that from then on. So I stopped using the plastic bags. People hit me up in the comments, and I appreciate you reminding me that, and it is something I needed to start doing. So thanks for the feedback. Keep hitting me up with stuff like that. But yeah, locally grown, so I just take my own bag, fill up my bag with my mango, my melons, papaya, and that was good. People compost here, which is a really good thing, especially when you're using less packaging. You have a separate bin just for the compost, and I've never been so immersed in every time you finish a meal, wash the knife and fork and plate, which wash really easily, or the knife and spoon, and then you put everything left in a compost bin, and that's it, and that's really nice. Something I need to implement more in England. It's so much more, you're so much more immersed in it out here, because you see the plantations and you have friends growing the fruit locally and they use the compost themselves, and so it really helps you visualize and see the importance of doing these things like recycling, and even the way they do recycle here, they've got a whole system for it, and it's cool to see. No billboards. That was one of the very first, when I first came to the island, I read it in a magazine and I was excited for that. I was excited because I really noticed the difference. I remember going to Russia and being on the underground on the subway and noticing there no commercials, and it looked so beautiful, and like, I don't know, like I felt proud of humans because they'd built this thing, a giant station to transport people, and there's something subliminal, subtle within commercials. When you get on the London Underground, you're being bombarded with commercials and billboards and signs. That just makes you not want to be in that environment. Well, it makes me not want to be in that environment. And so out here, no big billboards at the side of the road. You're driving down the highway, none of this stuff. What else? People are friendly and happy. Of course, not everyone, but generally most people try and look you in the eyes, try and say hello. Depends, of course, what city you are in out here. Waterfalls. I swam in a lot of waterfalls out here, so I'm trying to rush up, my battery's dying now. Swam in a lot of waterfalls out here. It's been amazing. People took me to probably 5 or 6 waterfalls. The ocean's warm. Health food shops everywhere, especially in Hilo, all over the place. Quite expensive if you want some high-end stuff, but you can get everything you want. Mountains, rivers, oceans, 3 of my favourite things. Got a mountain, volcano behind me, ocean over here, rivers all the way in between. Always do that. Rain, it rains a lot and the rain dries quickly, which is completely fine with me. I like it. The rain's not too cold. You know it's going to be over soon. It's beautiful when you're sleeping at night or lying in bed at night and you hear it pouring outside, or you're just inside in the day, you hear it pouring outside, and then you go outside 10 minutes later and it's almost dry already. It's awesome. I like the fast turnover of that, and that's what tropical climates do, hey? No dangerously poisonous animals, so when you're wading through the jungles, walking to the waterfalls, hiking around, there's nothing to really be afraid of. Of course there's wasps. I put my foot on a sea urchin yesterday trying to swim out from a beach, which is the first time I felt that, which was a new experience. There's a beach here, a nude beach, that was incredible, so beautiful, black volcanic sand, hidden down a gulf. You go down the steep cliff and then you're in a bay, and you swim out in the blue ocean, it's warm, you look back and you just see black wall and green palm trees going up in front of it, and driftwood on the beach in the black sand. Incredibly beautiful. Parties out here, went to the best house party of my life. It was like $20 to go in. At 11 o'clock they shut the door. 11:11 they did an opening portal ceremony. There was a ecstatic dance. No talking on the dance floor, but equally to the dance floor there was a squish and buff room where people were massaging themselves and laying down on the soft floor. People outside by a fire. Different rooms, they were selling raw vegan chocolates. The only alcohol was like a cordial with cocoa in it, and really clean. No one was like drunk or wasted. There might have been on other plant remedies, but it was such a beautiful vibe. The number one thing about, everyone leaves their shoes at the door, and no one had the phone out the whole entire time. I was there till 6 AM. Didn't do any alcohol, anything like that, and I was vibing the whole time till 6 AM. Just on good vibes, good music. It was a really cool party, and no phones the whole time was the key, and it was like an unwritten rule that everyone did that. Everyone leaves their shoes outside, as I just mentioned, but in everywhere, everyone here, it's like a habit that I had to get used to. Not that I'm that bad with it, but it's cool to see. You always see a pile of shoes outside everyone's door. You've got kombucha bars, kava bars, random plants like kratom and cocoa that people use. Just cool, like different scene rather than just the alcohol. These are they feel more natural or more simplistic, and they're more subtle energies than just numbing us. Terence McKenna lived here. I won't drill on that one too much, but Terence McKenna lived on Big Island, and I think that guy's cool, and I think there's something to. I was just happy when I heard that he lived here. I've not visited around where he was, but I think that guy's a legend. And I'll leave it with that for now. We've got Terence McKenna. Cons, I don't want to write too many negative things. Fruit can be expensive. You can live on papayas and bananas and be fine. Other fruit, like I said earlier, fruit can be expensive. There's a few homeless people around, but I mean it's not a problem. I'm rather than be here than in London, and that's just part of the culture and the society that's created that. But they don't seem too depressed or bummed out. Although you do hear the odd big loud swearing war at 5 AM in the morning, but it's all good. You can't be mad when you're out here. That's the beauty of this place. So yeah, if you think about coming to Hawaii, no, the flights could be expensive. Getting out here could be expensive depending on where you're coming from, and it is in America, so you have to go through American customs, get your visas, whatever you have to do for that, which I know is a hassle for a lot of people. I'm blessed to have American citizenship, which hooked me up, so I can just come in and out, which is a bit easier. But yeah, other than that, it's a beautiful place. There's a beautiful crew out here in Hilo. I would definitely say Hilo, if you're into trail running, Oahu's got more trail running. There wasn't too much trail running out here, but I didn't come here for that. But other than that, the beaches, the waterfalls, the people, the culture, the ease to get fruit. If you're looking to do fruitarian, raw vegan, to try it for a bit, definitely a place I'd recommend coming. Next for me, I'd like to try the same thing in Thailand, go back to Chiang Mai. But first off, I want to enjoy English summer, get to the Lake District, get to Snowdon again a couple times. I'm getting back on the training. I'm feeling good, feeling healthy, feeling fit, feeling positive. I'm grateful for everyone back home that's helped me take care of myself and come out here and do this. And I'm grateful for all you guys that follow me through to this second channel, because this is where the real, I could talk about the real stuff, and I appreciate you following me through for that. I love you all. Goodbye. Oh. So the fruit I was talking about was mama sapote, or mame, and I just got given this is a white sapote, which it looks very different from that, and I've never tried this. I'm gonna try it now. Kind of like a pear. Okay. New flavour. It's like fruit, but different to what fruit I've had before. Mm-hmm.